The main relationship is with Creon, who is her uncle, but that relationship is not portrayed as a family relationship during the play. It's a very political one. And particularly because we've set our Antigone at the National in an incredibly politically fractious environment. The relationship on paper is obviously incredibly complicated because they are related. So he is my mum's brother. So, but he treats me immediately like a criminal. And the way I play Antigone, there is no love lost there. I don't play her as if she feels betrayed or hurt by the fact that the family connection is not acknowledged in any way in our translation, which is Don Taylor's. But there is that sense of it counts for nothing. The fact that their family counts for nothing in this, because as far as he's concerned, as a newly appointed king who has just come out of battle, like the war has ended hours before, and it's a civil war, and people's families have been murdered in front of them, and his soldiers have died, and his leader has been killed. So he is given power and immediately has to make such a huge decision. The daughter of the king has betrayed the state. What do I do? And in a sense, it's the blind leading the blind, which is then fascinating because Tiresias is blind and comes in and tells everyone what they're doing wrong. But he has to stay strong. But in that, it's as if he's met his match.
Well, do you admit it? Are you guilty or not?
Yes, I'm guilty. I don't pretend otherwise.
You, soldier, get out. You're cleared of all charges against you and free to go back to your unit. Now, tell me. A simple yes or no. Did you hear of my order forbidding the burial?
Of course I heard it. How could I not?
And yet you dared to disobey the law?
Yes, I did. Because it's your law, not the law of God.
The moment where Creon comes out and sees Antigone, after she's been brought back in by the soldier, after she's been caught trying to bury her brother, is a fabulous dramatic moment, I think, because he's coming out into the room, looking at his niece and expecting her to be absolutely on side, and watching him having to deal with the fact that in public, in front of all his senators, that this person, a member of his own family, is the person who he's just made a huge, massive speech hypothetically condemning 2 scenes before, is a fabulous dramatic moment, and that feels like one where the whole compass of the play turns.
The revelation of Antigone, and that Antigone, a woman and a member of his family, has broken the law. Now, he could, during the interplay of that scene, the debate with Antigone, he could choose leniency, but he feels that he must stick to his guns.
I honour him dead as I loved him living. There's no shame in that.
And the one he murdered, wasn't he your brother?
My mother bore them both, and I loved them both.
If you honour one, you insult the other.
Neither of those dead men would say that.
Oh, Eteocles would. His brother was a traitor. Does he merit no greater respect than that?
But he was not an animal. They both died together, and they were both men.
Yes, and the one died defending his country, while the other traitorously attacked it.
The dead have their rights, and we have our duties towards them, dictated by common decency.
And if good and bad are to be honoured equally, where are our values? Patriotism, duty.
Death is another country. Such things may not be valued there, may even be crimes.
An enemy is still an enemy, dead or alive.
No, I was born with love enough to share, no hate for anyone.
Well, very well, share your love by all means. Share it with the dead. I wish them well of it.
Actually, for a lot of the time, Creon's not a bad guy. He's not the enemy. He just thinks differently. And he is proven wrong, but to his cost as well as mine. But still, he's not the bad guy. We just don't agree, and we have reasons for why we don't agree. They're not, his are unfortunately short-sighted, and take a lot of proving, but, you know, I could be wrong, but I don't believe I am, like he doesn't believe he is, so it's just, you watch these people tear at each other like dogs.